there's been a lot of contention about Nagy. Okay, a lot of people have been wanting to get rid of him as a play caller, as a coach. They don't feel like he's calling the right plays. They feel like the temple of what they're doing offensively doesn't really have a character to it. Okay, we don't have an identity, and so it seems like he's just and obviously we talk about, well, who's calling the plays? Is it Andy's offense? Is Nagy calling the plays? If something goes right, it's Andy doing it. If something goes wrong, it's Nagy. You play with Nagy. Just kind of give us some of his things that he brings to the table. A lot of people may not necessarily know about him. Okay.
Nagy is, for one, a jokester. You said I was a jokester. That joker there, man, he's hilarious. He has a great sense of humor. But you want to talk about the ultimate competitor? He is the ultimate competitor. When I was up there with the Bears, interning with him, after practice, he's still throwing balls in the trash can, competing against the quarterbacks, and they don't kind of know him like I know him as a teammate. But this joker was upset. Now he was upset when he lost the competition. He smiled for the cameras and all that, but deep down, that joker he don't like to lose. Now he does not. But he's a smart guy too, because like I say, I saw him from an Arena League standpoint. He was a signal caller. He understood all the nuances of the game. When I was in Chicago and sat in some of those meetings just to hear how he presented the information, I was blown away. I'm talking details. I'm talking trickery. I'm talking just confinement to certain points that I'm like, wow. I'm like, man, how in the world did you learn all of this? And he said, hey, I just stuck to my guns. I wanted to soak it all in and just go with it. And he's had that opportunity to do it. But Nags, he is a competitor. He does not want to lose. I can tell you that wholeheartedly from nothing. If his shoes look better than yours, he's gonna let you know about it. That's who he is. Them little pigeon toes and everything. That's him. But he's a great guy. But when it comes down to a football coach, like I say, because I watched him heavily when I was there in that atmosphere when he was the head coach with the Chicago Bears, and he took on a lot. But we would have certain conversations, because I would just straight ask him, I said, man, how are you doing? Because everybody knows it is lonely at the top. You pour into a lot of people, but you have very few people that pour into you.
Yeah.
And so I say, hey, man, I ain't with this NFL stuff and all that. I'm asking you from Dialleo Burks to Matt Nagy, how you doing? And it's like a breath of fresh air just like comes over me, And so then it's get back to work, because you're always on the edge. You're always on the edge. You're always trying to find that next play that's the heavy hitter. So for him to take this criticism that he's taking, he's built for it. Okay. He's built for it. But how many championships have he been a part of and they've had that same system?
Yeah.
You can't forget that. Right. Did everything now change and just go out of the window? No. This has been the same setup since he's been in the role.
Yeah.
So what losing brings is clarity. That's what losing brings. Is now everything is heavily analyzed. The blame has to go somewhere. It has to go somewhere.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Will he hold guys accountable? Will he get on guys if guys are messing up? If I'm sitting over and I'm looking at maybe my right tackle who's had 4 false starts, is he somebody who's going to pull a guy to the side? Will he call him out in the meeting? Or will he just there's a particular way that he handles folks, right? Because
he's very particular.
Okay.
How he handles people, but like I say, the Nagy that I know and the Nagy that I've seen was He pulled the whole receiver group over one time in practice because a running back got on the scout team as a receiver, and he let him have it. I was like, I said, he just got in for 2 plays, but when he saw that, it was top off. I was like, okay, here we go. Let's dig deep. Let's dig deep. So, like I say, he's a competitor. He's a competitor. So, from what I've seen, when things within his control, because, like I said, I don't know how much control and Coach Reed has given him. I don't know those things. I'm not in those meeting rooms.
Yeah.
But what I do know is that if the job's not getting done, he will address it. From what I know.
Okay. And I can see that about him. Obviously they talk about, well, but then Bieniemy is going to get on guys, and Bieniemy is old school, and I'm sure Nagy is too, of just like talking to you straight. And most coaches in the NFL are going to let you know where you stand. Okay. They ain't going to just let you pat you on the back if you just, hey man, don't worry about it. Hey, you had 4 mistakes. That's all right. Hey, it ain't how it works. It ain't how it works. Somebody going to let you know. They going to like, hey man, look, we can't have that. And then like they were talking about like players, Travis got on, all right tackle. A little bit like, yo, man, like focus up. You got to focus, man. Because then you put everything in jeopardy, and people don't understand. Like when you become 1st and 20, you change the play calling. Now I got to look at my play sheet a little bit. Now it looks a little different. Oh man, okay, we got to switch it up. Okay, so those things like that affects everything, man.
Yeah. It's situations of the game. Great coaches master situations of the game. They understand, like you say, when we're backed up, what we have, what can our offense do, and we're going to get out of there. Red zone, we understand how to put points on the board. Behind with this amount of time, we understand how to put the play calls together, how to prepare guys to get out of bounds 2 minutes. We're ahead. In between the hashes, get what you can get down. That's what a lot of people don't see, and that's a lot of stuff that the players mess up. The players are used to just playing. A lot of players are not used to now thinking through situations. Now, it's our job as coaches to prepare those guys, but a lot of players are limited. They're limited in the headspace. Some of them. Now, on our level, the professional level, everybody's supposed to be able to get it. But even on that level, everybody don't get it. Right.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
When Nagy was the coach in Chicago, Andy Reid always talks about the kind of the collaborative effort the play calling goes into. Obviously, Andy's the head guy, but he had EB, he had Nagy, and it's kind of a collaborative effort, as JD always talks about. There's an offensive coordinator, but again, there's a kind of collaborative effort that goes into play calling. I know people just want to point to, Nagy's the OC. He should take the blame for the offense not looking as good as it did 2 years ago. But when he was the coach in Chicago, was it just like that? Was it a collaborative effort? How much involvement did he have in the play calling as the head guy?
He had a lot. He had a lot of involvement. Like I said, he ran the meetings and everything. Like he would. Everybody on this would have input. Like he's talking now. Yeah. So he was heavily involved. He didn't just let the show go. Like, he was in it. Like I say, he's a competitor.
Yeah.
He's a competitor. So that's what I saw when I was, like I said, he was heavily involved.
Hi everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.